Uh, Hi everyone, it's me, Sailor Moon, and it's me, Sailor Uranus here, and today we're gonna talk about, well, what are we gonna talk about? Alright, so, uh, what are we gonna talk about here? Oh, I don't know. Why don't we just talk about it, and see where it goes. Alright, so, a lot of folks out there, well, we already talked about this one before, but whatever. So a lot of folks out there don't know that we do our films at 7 in the morning. Yeah. And YouTube does not tell you the time when someone makes their film. Yeah, they'll tell you it was uploaded, you know, if you're following them or you hit the following ringer, but they will not give you the time. So it could be any time in the day or evening or night that someone uploads their film. Well, we do our films at 7 in the morning, and since we do ours at 7 in the morning, we have to go by how dark or how light it is, so that's why some of the films are darker and some of the films are lighter. Also, Timestead also plays, it grounds into it as well. But, you know, and some of you might say, why do we even do them at 5 in the morning? Like, why do we do them at 7 in the morning? Well, a long time ago, many moons ago, some folks would say that too, is that we used to do them, started them at 9 in the morning and then go on so and on so. We used to make many films a day. Then we cut back to doing one a day, and every once in a while two a day if there was grounds for, two films. You know, but we do them at 7 in the morning, and yes, there were times where that couldn't be done, like when we had to settle from one house to another house. And as far as this YouTube fairway went, that at least it happened. That had at least happened, I would say, at least 4 times. Well, yeah, that happened more than once. The time that we were, borrowing, I guess more like sharing, might be, a reckoner. Then we couldn't do it at that time. But beyond that, we always did it in 7 in the morning. There were times where we didn't, but there were grounds to why that was. You know, you're right, Sailor Moon. We always did our films at 7 in the morning, even though a lot of folks wouldn't know that unless we told you that's what time we did it. Because YouTube doesn't, they don't give you the time when someone made their film. You know, and even if they did, that would, and at one time YouTube used to, once gave you the date. Well, it wasn't actually YouTube. It was probably Google who probably gave you the date. Or they gave you the time, you know. Or, yeah, it was YouTube one time did give you the time when you made your film. But they wouldn't tell this. This would be the stuff that would be on your film log, you know. It wouldn't be, on your film upload or your live stream. It wouldn't, it wouldn't be something that your followers or anyone else could see. I know, because I don't really know if I know if anyone else could see what time you're doing your films. I don't know how that could be something that someone could do something bad with. I don't know. Hey, look, they do their films at 7 in the morning. I can do this. I don't know. But whatever. When the new film farce, the new film overseer, uh, you know, page sheet was made, that went away. And we've been doing, started making films about 7 in the morning, going way back, probably about 7 years ago, soon to be 8 years. So at the end of the day, that's just what time we wanted to make them. Because the rest of the day you had other things you had to do and other stages you had to be and stuff, like that. Um, yeah. Well, you're right about that, Sarah Yornis. We've been making our film 7 in the morning for about 7 years, soon to be 8 years, and that is something. But it was just what time we wanted to do it. About 7 years ago when we started up Sailor Moon for Life, and that was just what time it was when we want to make our film. And we told ourselves if we got our film in about 7 in the morning, then we would have enough time during the day to do other things we had to do, and then this would help that film get some watch time before we made the next film the next day. And sometimes that worked, and sometimes it didn't work. You know, and I know there's folks out there just make their films at lucky luck times. Just out of luck, they'll just make their film at this time or that time, and that's their own business. Now, when it comes to live streams, which we do a lot from many of them from time to time, that just happens to be whatever time we choose it to be. But you know, so that's why we be making our films at 7 in the morning. It's just a time that we set ourselves to do it at 7 in the morning, and that's what time we've been doing it. You know, and yes, there were a handful of times where we didn't do it 7 in the morning, but there were grounds for that, like the times that we had to settle from house to house, or the time that we were borrowing someone else's reckoner. Shared? I don't know. Borrowed? Yeah, but at the end of the day, it is what it is. You're right about that, Sailor Moon. And if you folks like that film and like to know that's what time we've been making our films, and didn't know that and couldn't tell that it was 7 in the morning, because YouTube will never tell you that. They'll never tell you what time anyone made their upload or their live stream. You know, they just don't. You know. If you like that film, then you can follow us here at Sailor Moon for Life, or you can watch our last film over here. You know, I'm Sailor Moon, I'm Sarah Yornis, and we'll see you later.